And here's something else from Whoever Dies the Most Toys Wins, which was a little G.I. Joe headset that I put on Han / actually on Indy for the You're All Clear kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home. Coming down to the wire, some of the last ones that I got for the collection must be the Jawa, who never appeared in Whoever Dies with the Most Toys Wins. This is the guy that ruined the chest box on one of my Vaders. Although, get this, like lying in contact with the rubbery plastic of his bandolier fused into the front chest of Darth Vader, I found this guy in the box too. A third Darth Vader. Where's his head? I just saw it. Here we go. Now, at some point, I bought this total beater whose fabric string connecting his arms is broken. Somebody put a rubber band in there. It's way too loose. And the head is broken off. I do have the piece of the torso that's missing. It's in a Ziploc bag in here. And apparently, at some point, somebody stood this guy up and decided to take a shot at him with a BB gun right in that location. I'm so sorry, Darth. Immolation is one thing, but that's just too much, if you ask me. So, yeah, I could theoretically slice out this good chest box and slice out the chest box on the melted one. Nah, it got part of the robes and the belt buckle, too. This would be a big undertaking to make one good one out of these two. And it would be obvious that they were cut apart and recombined. But that perhaps was why I bought this one. I don't remember buying this one or why. Maybe I just wanted to cut apart the helmet and do Luke's face inside the helmet on Dagobah in the cave. I don't know. But I found that guy. Towards the end of the A New Hope story arc of Whoever Dies with the Most Toys Wins, you get a brief glimpse of Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing pilot gear. This is a custom. Now, just like with Vader and Chewie, I actually have 3 Lukes total now. I bought one more at some point over the years and used one of the first 2 as the custom Luke X-Wing. So one of these 2 is original and one of these 2 is brand new. Probably the one with the great hair is the newest one. And these 2 are my originals. But the reason I know he's one of the first 2 is there's a wire in his left knee that is broken. So that's how I know he's one of the first 2, either from grandmother or from mom. I shot a video recently where I was talking about my hands being so much more unsteady now and my eyesight being so much worse. Yeah, I don't think I could ever duplicate the details on this helmet that I painted way back when. That's some very crisp work on a spray painted surface that came out great. Yeah, very pleased with how that turned out. Now his visor is just one of these plastic translucent orange tabs that you would use. You'd hand write a note and put it in there so that you could flip through your folder and find a file. So I clipped a little nose notch out of one of those and folded it, and it's actually taped to the doll's head. It's not attached to the helmet because there was a previous helmet on here first. The original helmet was made of a substance called Model Magic. And I took some more of this white felt that was used to make the bib, and I covered the doll's head in that so the Model Magic didn't stick to it, and then covered it in a layer of this Model Magic stuff. It's starting to break right now as I try to touch it for the first time in years. And made a helmet that I strongly dislike the results with. And so in the finished Whoever Dies with the Most Toys Wins, I zoom in for an extreme close-up on the doll's face. But then after that was finished around 95 or whenever, then I bought this G.I. Joe helmet, removed the original visor that was in there, and used the same orange plastic that I had taped to the doll's head for the previous helmet. So this helmet's not actually touching that orange visor, and I had to really squeeze it onto him to get it to fit over him. And as you can see in the back, there's a huge gap where his hair is visible. And to get it to fit, I had to take out some foam rubber that was up inside there. Now this looks amazing for what I was thinking was something from the 60s. This foam is in great condition. So this could have been a reproduction helmet or something that I bought. I don't recall. But there was a big cylindrical piece of foam up in the top and these 2 discs of foam where the ears are. So I had to gut it to get it to fit over Luke as well as it will. So this is how he's looked since I finished Whoever Dies the Most Toys Wins. And the only model magic left on him, you can see a thumbprint right there, is the chest box. But it previously had a hose, which has broken at both ends, that would fit right there. And then the glue line has broken back here. So this needs a little bit of repair. But yeah, that is my custom Luke X-Wing. He's wearing some more of those 1992 G.I. Joe boots in black this time, but they still have the attachment for the crampons or the skis. He's wearing a vintage orange zip-up flight suit from a G.I. Joe pilot, and he's wearing a G.I. Joe pilot helmet that may or may not be from the 60s or could have been a modern reissue. Overall, I was very pleased with the results. A very down and dirty custom, but that was 2 extra outfits that I gave myself from G.I. Joe parts to dress up my 12-inch Kenner dolls for scenes in Whoever Dies the Most Toys Wins. Obviously inspired by some of the Steve Sansweet books and some of the posts by Gus Lopez and people, and magazines like Star Wars Collector, fanzines like Star Wars Collector, where they were showing off their prototypes of outfits that Kenner planned but never actually produced.